The first time I saw her bleeding blue light onto the snow, every warning beacon in my survival suit went silent, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. I should have turned back. Everyone on the frontier knew the rule. If something fell from orbit and survived, you didn't touch it. You ran. You prayed. And you let the void clean up its own mistakes. But she was lying there, half buried in ice, one arm twisted at an impossible angle, eyes fluttering between consciousness and death. And when her gaze locked onto mine, fear, not hostility, filled her face. That was the moment everything went wrong. And the moment the galaxy would later curse my name. I was Elias Cade, salvage engineer, contract drifter, and, if I'm being honest, a man running from too many graves back on Earth. The moon of Keros 9 wasn't even on official charts. Just another frozen rock near a dead trade route, good for scrap and nothing else. Or so I thought. I knelt beside her. My scanner screamed errors. Her biology didn't match any known species. The blood leaking from her side wasn't liquid, it shimmered, pulsing like trapped starlight. Technology was fused to her skin, not worn but grown. She reached out weakly, fingers trembling. "Please," she whispered, her voice distorted but unmistakably human in tone. No translator icon blinked on my HUD. That was impossible. But that was only the beginning. I carried her back to my crawler, every step feeling like I was dragging fate itself behind me. The storm was closing in, ionized winds howling across the ice plains, static crawling across my visor. By the time I sealed the hatch, my heart was pounding harder than any vacuum breach alarm I'd ever heard. Inside the warmth, she convulsed once and went still. For one terrifying second I thought she'd died. Then the ship lights dimmed. Not flickered. Dim. As if something else had taken priority. "What did you do?" I muttered, checking my power cells. All systems were being rerouted by her. Or by whatever was inside her. Her eyes snapped open, glowing faintly gold now. She gasped, sitting upright despite injuries that should have killed her twice over. She looked at her hands in horror, then at me. "I didn't mean to," she said. "I couldn't stop it." My mouth went dry. She was speaking perfect English. None of us were prepared for the truth. I patched her wounds with medgel, hands shaking. Every instinct told me I was harboring something catastrophic. Yet when she winced, when she bit back tears, I saw pain. Real pain. The kind I understood. Her name, she told me, was Lyrics. She said she was a traveler. A diplomat. A liar, at least that's what I assumed at the time. Aliens didn't just travel alone through forbidden sectors. And diplomats didn't crash in escape pods chased by weapons fire. When I asked who had shot her down, her answer froze my blood. "Everyone," she said softly. Outside, the storm howled louder. Inside, my long-range scanner finally came back online, and immediately detected incoming signatures. Not one ship. Not two. A fleet. Old designs. New designs. Species I recognized. Species I didn't. All converging on this dead moon. They were hunting her. And now, by saving her, they were hunting me. I tried to launch. The engines refused. Lyrics cried out as the ship shuddered, her body arching as veins of light traced across her skin. Symbols I didn't recognize burned briefly into the walls, then vanished. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "They'll feel me now." "What are you?" I demanded. She looked at me with something like grief. "I'm what happens when the galaxy is afraid of humanity." That was when the first shot struck the ice outside. The crawler rocked as energy blasts cratered the surface. I dragged her toward the emergency bunker beneath the ship, alarms screaming. Above us, the sky lit up with orbital fire, streaks of plasma carving the clouds like angry gods. Between impacts, she told me fragments of the truth. Long before humans reached the stars, the elder civilizations had discovered something terrifying, a probability anomaly centered on Earth. Humans weren't the strongest, or the smartest, but when pushed to extinction-level pressure, they did something no other species could. They broke limits. Not technologically. Not biologically. Conceptually. Humans rewrote outcomes. So the galaxy did what it always did with fear. It experimented. Lyrics was the result. A hybrid construct. Human emotional architecture fused with alien cognition, designed to predict and neutralize humanity before it could become unstoppable. But something went wrong. She didn't neutralize humanity. She understood it. And once she did, she refused to help destroy it. What I saw next changed everything. The bunker doors melted under sustained fire. Shapes moved through the smoke, soldiers in exoframes, drones humming with kill code precision. Species that had once been enemies now fought side by side, united by one goal. Erase lyrics. I grabbed a rifle I barely knew how to use. My hands were steady anyway. Funny how fear clarifies things. Elias, she said, clutching my arm. If they take me alive, they'll use me again. Worse. If they kill me? What? I snapped. She swallowed. They'll come for Earth next. Directly. That was the moment, the exact sickening moment, I realized this was never about her. It was about us. The mid-story truth hit like a gut punch. The galaxy wasn't afraid of a monster. It was afraid of potential. I made a choice then. Not a smart one. Not a safe one. A human one. I opened the bunker and stepped into the fire. They shouted warnings in a dozen languages. Threats. Promises. I raised my hands and screamed back into the chaos. She's under my protection. For a heartbeat, the firing stopped. Then a figure descended from the smoke, tall, radiant, terrifyingly calm. An arbiter. One of the ancient ones. Its eyes studied me like a flawed equation. You would sacrifice your species for her? It asked. I laughed, breathless. No, I said. I'd sacrifice you. Lyrics screamed behind me as something inside her awakened fully. The ground trembled. The fleet above faltered, targeting systems scrambling, probability matrices collapsing into noise. She wasn't a weapon. She was a mirror. And the galaxy didn't like what it saw reflected back. The final confrontation wasn't a battle. It was a decision. Lyrics chose to burn out the network that connected her to the elder civilizations. To sever the leash. To become something singular and mortal. It would kill her. Unless someone anchored her. I didn't hesitate. I took her hand as light consumed the battlefield, as ships fell from the sky like dying stars, as the arbiter screamed, not in pain but in terror. When it was over, the fleet was gone. Scattered. Fleeing. The snow was melting around us. Lyrics collapsed into my arms, her glow fading to a soft, human warmth. She was alive. Barely. Weeks later we left Karos 9 in silence. No one followed. No one dared. The galaxy issued a quiet decree soon after. Humanity was to be left alone. No observation. No interference. No experiments. Officially, Lyrics was declared destroyed. Unofficially, legend spread. Of a human who defied the stars. Of an alien who chose empathy over annihilation. Lyrics recovered slowly. Without the network, she dreamed. She laughed. She cried at old Earth music she barely understood. And sometimes, late at night, she would ask me if I regretted saving her. I always gave the same answer. The galaxy feared what humans might become. But what truly terrified it was what we chose to protect.